We've had to rethink the history of technology completely as a result of this single object.
This is Unveiled, and today we're counting down our picks for the most amazing ancient relics that display great technological innovation.
The challenge for the Roman engineers was to keep the water flowing at the same speed on its entire journey.
Number 10. The Roman dodecahedrons. Since 1739, over 100 copper dodecahedrons have been found throughout Europe. These objects are typically quite small, measuring between 1 and 4 inches, and date back to the 2nd century.
This one, being a Roman dodecahedron, is hollow. And as you can see, it has these holes. Each face has a different sized hole.
While they look like something out of a steampunk movie, we have no idea what they were used for. All sorts of theories have been put forth, ranging from the religious to the mathematical, but the truth may be far more mundane. Some experts theorize that they were used to spool knitted gloves, even though they predate spool knitting by about 1,000 years. This theory has been bolstered by modern technology. 3D printed versions of the dodecahedrons have been made and successfully used to make knitted gloves.
Might not be quite true to form with just using this Roman dodecahedron.
Number 9. Zhang Heng's seismoscope. Living between the years 78 and 139, Zhang Heng was one of China's greatest minds. He did a little bit of everything, from cartography and engineering to art and philosophy. Zhang also fancied himself a seismologist, because why not? And created the world's first seismoscope.
On its outer walls we find perched 8 dragons, evenly distributed, their heads looking down while their jaws stand slightly open. Within each of their jaws lies a small bronze ball.
Used to measure the direction of earthquakes, it's a primitive but no less impressive gadget that demonstrated its maker's knowledge of directional sensitivity. The device was shaped like an urn and contained 8 dragons, which corresponded to 8 directions of the compass.
A single bronze ball ejected from the dragon's jaws would determine the exact direction of the earthquake. This design was at once consummately scientific and simply effective.
When a distant earthquake occurred, a ball would drop out of one of the dragon's mouths, indicating from which direction it materialized. It's unknown what happened to the original seismoscope, but various reconstructions have since been produced.
His seismograph is the pride and glory of the Chinese people. It took 5 years, from 2002 to 2007, for a group of experts to finally rediscover its secrets and construct his magnificent piece.
Number 8. Roman concrete. When you think of amazing technological discoveries, concrete probably doesn't come to mind. But there's a reason that ancient Roman buildings and bridges are still standing, and that's because they made killer concrete.
This is still today the largest unreinforced concrete dome ever built on this planet.
Roman concrete, or opus caementicum if you want to be fancy, was used in iconic buildings like the Pantheon and Colosseum. The great thing about Roman concrete is that it is basically indestructible, and that's thanks to 2 key ingredients: quicklime and a type of volcanic ash known as pozzolana.
Now, it turns out that incredible strength, durability, and ability to set underwater of the Roman cement, that came from the pozzolana, that volcanic ash that was added.
The ash prevents cracks from forming and spreading, but if they did, the quicklime allows them to self-repair. This is the Wolverine of concrete, and the Romans had it figured out 2,000 years ago. Number 7. The Nimrud lens. Back in 1850, English historian Austin Henry Layard was working in the Assyrian city of Nimrud when he found a small rock crystal measuring just over 1 inch in diameter. The crystal dates back to about 750 BC, and now, thousands of years later, is housed inside the British Museum. While no consensus has been reached regarding its function, many convincing theories have been published. One theory posits that it was used to start fires, like a kid playing with a magnifying glass. And speaking of magnifying glasses, well, that's another leading theory. Some even take this theory further, assuming the lens was used in some sort of ancient telescope. Number 6. The Lycurgus cup. Remember that "is it black and blue or white and gold" dress?
It all started with a simple plea for help. Scottish singer Caitlin McNeil posted to her Tumblr site, "Guys, please help me. Is this dress white and gold or blue and black?"
Well, this is like the ancient version of that. Dating from the 4th century, the Lycurgus cup is an exceptional piece of craftsmanship that was well ahead of its time. The cup's outer shell depicts the mythical Greek figure Lycurgus of Thrace, which is impressive enough. But the real beauty here is the dichroic glass that was used in the cup. Thanks to nanoparticles of gold and silver embedded inside the material, it changes colour depending on the light source. When lit from behind, the glass appears red. When lit from the front, green. The construction of this glass is unbelievably complex. In fact, researchers don't know how the makers incorporated the nanoparticles of gold and silver. Number 5, the Ljubljana Marshes wheel. As unexciting as it may be, the wheel is our technological masterpiece. It's definitely one of the most important and enduring tools, and if we want to find the granddaddy of wheels, we must travel to the Ljubljana Marsh. Located south of Slovenia's capital of the same name, the Ljubljana Marshes once housed a community of stilt houses. And in 2002, archaeologists working in the area uncovered an ancient ash wood wheel measuring 28 inches in diameter. Further research showed that this wheel belonged to a pushcart and is approximately 5,000 years old. This makes it the oldest wooden wheel ever discovered. Number 4, aqueducts. Humans are masters of ingenuity. If the wheel isn't impressive enough, may we present aqueducts. If we tried to live in a specific location that didn't have enough water, we brought the water to us.
They built the majestic arched aqueducts we know today. These plumbed into a network of fountains that fed water to 1 million Romans.
Aqueducts date back to the Minoans, who likely made the first ones on Crete around 2000 BCE. The Assyrians also constructed complex aqueduct systems in the 7th century BC, bringing water to their capital city of Nineveh. And surprisingly, we're still finding ancient aqueducts.
Segovia's famous aqueduct bisects the city's central plaza. It looks like a Victorian railway bridge, but it's around 2,000 years old.
In October 2023, archaeologists found one in Jerusalem that dated to the city's Roman period and fed King Herod's palace. It has been called one of the grandest and most sophisticated water projects in the ancient world. Number 3, lunar calendars. The Gregorian calendar, aka the one most of us use, is an example of a solar calendar, that is, a unit of time based on the Earth's position in relation to the Sun.
Historically, you could have two calendar systems, either one that's based on the Sun, the brightest object in the sky, or on the Moon, which is the second brightest object in our sky.
This is in contrast to the lunar calendar, which is based on the phases of the Moon. While we now take them for granted, calendars are a brilliant invention, and they were made by our distant ancestors. Some believe that the Moon was used to measure days up to 30,000 years ago, and markings on a 27,000-year-old bone baton may be some type of early timekeeping device. And in 2004, the National Trust for Scotland unearthed a monument dating to 8000 BCE that they believe is the world's oldest calendar.
It represents a time when people became concerned with anticipating, measuring time, and in some ways represents the start of history.
Number 2, the Baghdad battery. Did ancient civilizations have a primitive form of electricity? That's the question at the heart of the Baghdad battery. This isn't a singular battery, but a series of interconnected devices, a large ceramic pot, a smaller tube of copper, and a rod made out of iron. When paired with an acidic liquid like vinegar, this device would generate a small electric current that could be used for electroplating or shock therapy. This was the leading theory put forth by Austrian archaeologist Wilhelm Koenig, but most modern experts have rejected the idea. Regardless, a replica of the battery was made on Mythbusters, and they were able to generate 4 volts of electricity. So, while unlikely, it could plausibly be used as a small battery. Number 1, the Antikythera mechanism. The ancient Greeks were so advanced that they created the world's first analog computer. Found northwest of Crete is the Antikythera wreck, an ancient Roman ship dating to the 1st century BCE. This wreck was found by sponge divers in 1900, and inside was the now famous Antikythera mechanism.
It was not recognised at all as being anything interesting when it was discovered. It was just a corroded lump about the size of a large dictionary.
The device is intricately designed, containing a complex system of gears and wheels. It was extensively used to study astronomy, predicting the orbit of the moon, the dates of future eclipses, and the positions of planets and stars.
And it uses bronze gear wheels to calculate the cycles of the cosmos.
It was also used to track the cycle of the Olympiad, thereby determining the dates of the Olympics. It was an ancient event planner, celestial calendar, and computer, and it's one of the most fascinating discoveries in human history.
It is completely astonishing that the ancient Greeks firstly had the conception of making this technology, and secondly, ability to actually physically make it.
Are you amazed by these devices? Let us know in the comments below.
So the first part is made of Roman concrete that has inside fragments of travertine stone and tufa stone, which are heavy and very compact. And step by step, these materials are getting lighter.
What do you think? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments. Check out these other clips from Unveiled, and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for our latest content.